Razgatlioglu then exits the final turn. He will more than double his championship lead. And Alvaro Bautista down in the latter stages of the race. Loris Baz is back on the WorldSBK podium.
10 laps, wet conditions, anything could happen during the course of the...
Razgatlioglu from second position at the final turn of lap 10. We have a title race on our hands in WorldSBK in 2021. A failure there on his way in, but certainly Razgatlioglu can't be held to account for that incident by the looks of things.
Lap of the race in Portimao as well. What's it like as a rider when suddenly it goes and there's that belief that actually I can do this and actually these guys are beatable?
That's the biggest thing, man. That's the biggest hurdle, is literally getting that confidence.
In August's Superstock 600 Yamaha spilling out the, you can see that if you look at the bottom right hand bit of the bike, you can see the oil absolutely pouring out the side of his machine there. So absolutely spot on from race direction there to bring out the red flags. Clearly a lot of oil spilt on the start finish straight, and although off the racing line you do not want oil spilt anywhere on a circuit, let alone when the riders are going full chat, tucked behind the bubble on the start finish straight, because that could have serious consequences. So yeah, good stuff from race direction to bring out the red flags.
Hopefully, yep, he'll move over now. And the double long lap.
Oh, goodness me, Adrian. That's a second big crash for him in a week. No wonder he's limping, walking away, poor thing. Good to see him limp away. Here we are.
To lead the way into turn 1. There was drama on the opening lap as we went through turn 5 for the first time with Colin Vyas, Senna Ag. Of David Munoz as well, and he's closing in on Ivan Ortola. Oh, that's Scott Ogden that's gone down, and he's not happy about something as well. Clearly there's a coming together with another rider. The front, Josito Garcia was in the mix before Matsuyama high-sided out, taking out Diego Moreira with him. The Brazilian and the Japanese rider out of contention, despite being early favourites for the podium. Then went another favourite, Josito Garcia, suffering a classic turn 5 crash as the front end washed away from him. That led a leading group of 7 into the closing stage. Agencies don't lie with anyone. Holgado goes down. The championship leader crashes out. What drama here in Misano. Out of nothing, the rear wheel gives way and Danny Holgado has blown this championship wide open.
Well, that is incredible then. He's been so solid all season, the number 96, pitch perfect, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Absolutely brilliant so far. But there's a long way to go in this one. 10.5 laps remaining as we see a solemn Danny Holgado make his way back to the paddock. Here's a replay. Here's what happened. You can see it's so early. Boom, it looks as though the rear just comes round on him. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
that's such a strange
one,
crash. And look at this as well. The scream, the smack of the gravel track, and then the roar of frustration.
Yeah, obviously not what you want when you do have that first
crash for Rinaldi with that high side.
Oh, Jonathan Rea is down again for a second race in succession here in Portimao. Jonathan Rea has fallen from the lead. And this was a massive opportunity for Jonathan Rea, leading the race with Toprak Razgatlioglu clearly struggling for pace. Oh! Down goes Michael van der Mark, and down goes Andrea Locatelli in avoiding action. Razgat Lioglu will go deeper on the brakes, doesn't. Jonathan Ray is down for the race lead in Portimao in what could be a turning point for this 2021 World Championship.
Yeah, Redding riding a good race. Toprak's got no reason to attack him as well at this stage.
In amongst it, with only a few laps remaining. It was the 17 of Daniel Munoz that led the way before a huge front-end moment with just a lap to go. Allowed Mario Aggi to hit the front before Munoz had his revenge into turn 10 on the final lap, pushing them wide. And also pushing teammate David Munoz wide, and Rueda as well, allowing Saifuddin Azman.
Limits warning then for your championship leader, running in third place. There's 6/10 covering the top three. You could throw a blanket over them at this point of the race, and with 6.5 laps to go, there's Scott Ogden looking disappointed with his DNF. Unfortunate for Scott Ogden, not sure what happened, but he can hold his head high.
To turn 1, Loris Baz will try and muscle him out of the way. Loris Baz stands up Alvaro Bautista. Loris Baz wide again into turn 5, and this time he has left the door wide. Oh, down goes Bautista. Baz slams into the side of him coming off turn 5. The Professor of Portimao, they call him.
Burnout at the same point where Toprak did his bit of sweeping yesterday.
K-podium.
10 laps.
Problem for Marquez. Well, we saw, didn't we, Nick? They had real issues getting that bike started. This is on the pit lane. That's on the run up the hill to the first corner. Marquez leapfrogs over the pit wall, and he sprints now back down to the pits.
Get out of the way, I'm coming through! Dear, oh dear, these two are throwing their bikes at one another in race 1. What a spectacle! And look at that from Scott Redding. Redding has found his way through to the front before turn 1. And Jonathan Ray comes scything.
However, he still keeps third place if the timing screens are correct, because Salvador was 4.1 seconds down. So, importantly for Holgado, he does keep third place despite being penalised 3 seconds for not taking the long lap penalty for exceeding track limits. So he did get that warning, and then we did see him run wide onto the...
Brilliant stuff from the world champion. Is he going to move back into pole position? Marc Marquez aiming for a third straight pole here in Texas.
Oh, rear wheel well off the ground as he breaks for turn 12. Marquez, I think, is the only man that can upset the apple cart. He's certainly...
Yeah.